Since becoming a real estate agent about 6 years ago, I have helped over 100 families find their place in Maryland. In today's video, we're switching things up a little bit. I am the client. We are gonna go through the process of me deciding to make an offer on a Baltimore area home. In this video, I'm gonna be super vulnerable. I'm gonna open up about my offer terms, about the numbers, about the offer process. So let's watch, stick around until the end to make sure that you see the decision that I ultimately made about purchasing a home in Baltimore. Here we go. What some of you may not know is that in May of this year, I welcomed a beautiful baby boy to my family. And so at my current house, we are in need of more space and have been thinking for quite some time about making a home purchase ourselves. It has become so simple for me to guide buyers through this process and to sort of be that non-emotional person to help them stay clear-headed through the offer process, which can oftentimes be very emotional. And myself being the buyer in this situation was a really great exercise for me to really put myself in buyer's shoes and understand just how nerve-wracking this whole experience can be. The home that I decided to put an offer in on is in the Hamilton Hills neighborhood of Baltimore, which is actually the neighborhood that I currently live in. The reason that I decided to make an offer on this home is because, number one, it was a detached single-family house, which I currently live in a row home. Number two, it was on a beautiful tree-lined street. Number three, it had amazing original character and charm, beautiful hardwood floors, a kitchen that was updated but tasteful, the original tile in the bathroom. It had so many things that I was looking for in a home, and it wasn't one of those updated, ugly flips like I talked about in this video. Another thing that I really loved about the home is that it had garden space. It had raised beds for planting flowers and vegetables and things like that. And in the backyard, it had even more space for more planting. And I'm a gardener, so is my partner. So it definitely made us excited. If you are new to my channel, welcome. You have come to the right place for all there is to know about living, working, thriving in the Baltimore metro region and beyond. Hi, my name is Persia. I'm a local real estate agent here in Maryland, and every day I get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you who are thinking about buying or selling in the state of Maryland. I absolutely love what I do, so whether you're thinking about making a move in the next 9 days or 90 days, please reach out to me and to my team. We would absolutely love to help you make that move, whether it's buying or selling. You can call us, text us, email us. We can set up a video call, and it would be our absolute pleasure to help you make a smooth transition in the state of Maryland. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and to tap the bell for notifications so that you can be alerted whenever there is new content to the channel. Because we already lived in and knew so much about the neighborhood, when we saw this one come up, we were excited and we decided to make an offer on it within the same week that it became listed. When we reached out to the listing agent to find out the status of the home, if there were any offers, we found out that there were already 5 offers on the table for this particular home. And so we had to make the decision of whether or not we wanted to throw our hat into the ring, knowing that it was going to be a multiple offer situation. Now, when competing against other offers, you really have to make sure to put your best foot forward if you're serious about the home. So the home was listed at $275,000. Our offer was to offer $298,000. We also did an appraisal gap of $7,000, and we decided to do as is with the right to terminate when it came to the home inspection contingency. Obviously, we had to get pre-approved with a lender, and so with a purchase price of about $300,000, that meant for us that our closing costs were looking to be around $30,000. So that is the amount of money that we would have to bring to the closing table in order to make this home ours, and that is keeping in mind current interest rates, which are right around 6.5%. Now, the most important and the key thing about this situation is the home inspection. We are gonna link here a video that we have all about home inspections so that you know just how important they are and how the negotiation process works. But as part of this offer, we decided to do it as is because we wanted our offer to be as strong as possible because we were really in love with the house. What as is means basically is that you are getting a home inspection for your informational purposes only, and that you are not expecting the seller to make any repairs to the home. You're taking it as is. After waiting for a little bit, I got a call at 9 p.m. at night from the listing agent that let us know that our offer was the offer that was accepted out of 6 offers on the table. At that point, I was feeling so nervous, excited, all of the feelings like, oh my God, this is actually happening. We're gonna buy a new house. We have to move. We have to make all of these considerations. We have to pack. Like, my mind just started racing. And then I really kind of got that emotional feeling that I know my buyer clients feel all the time when going through this process. I was feeling it. My first plan of action was to reach out to my trusted home inspector to get the inspection scheduled and booked. Now, our home inspection contingency period was 7 days. So we had 7 days to have the inspection and to make sure that everything was the way that we wanted it to be before, being able to terminate or get out of the contract. The home inspection was scheduled for the 5th day after the contract was accepted. So we went to the house for the inspection and I took some clips, and you're gonna go ahead and watch them now about how excited and nervous I was to be at the home during the home inspection. So take a look. Okay, you guys, this is a little bit of a different video this time around. I am on location at a house and I am the one under contract. Oh my God. Every day I go into homes with my clients, I see the excitement on their faces, I'm so happy for them. And I had an experience where I walked into a home, I saw it and I fell in love with it and decided to go ahead and make an offer on it. It turned out to be a multiple offer situation. In fact, the listing agent had 5 offers in hand and mine was the offer that was chosen. The home is in the Hamilton neighborhood of Baltimore, which, as you guys might know from watching my videos, is where I currently live. So it's literally a 5-minute drive from my current house. There was a lot that drew me to the home, especially the neighborhood. I really love living in Hamilton, and this home is even closer to Harford Road, to Silver Queen Cafe, to all the shops and things that I like to go to, walking distance, which is really nice. So another walkable neighborhood. If you are watching my walkable neighborhoods video, I will link that here. But Hamilton is another walkable neighborhood in Baltimore. So the reason that I'm on location here is because today is home inspection day. And I know that my clients are always nervous on home inspection day. I try to be there to reassure them, but since I am my own client, I'm reassuring myself because I'm a little bit nervous. Because I went all out on this offer, I had to escalate above asking price. I did as is with the right to inspect and the right to terminate. I'm really wanting to know what's going on with the house to make sure that I'm making a financially sound decision, because sometimes you go with your heart and making an offer on a house, but then you find out a lot of information about it and you got to go with your head. One of the things that I really loved about this house is the outside, all the gardens, the big yard. They have a dog. The neighbors behind this house have a chicken coop. You hear that? I'm down here in the basement, and this is really where the heart of the house is, where the health of the house is. And so the home inspector had a lot to say about the basement, including some issues with water and a 40-year-old furnace. Now, this home was built in 1927. It's an old house, and if you guys have watched my videos, then you know Baltimore has so many old homes built in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and so there's always going to be stuff. I by no means went into this home inspection thinking that it was going to be perfect. However, knowing that to make this offer work and to get the home that I already had escalated almost $25,000 over asking price, that I had included a $7,000 appraisal gap, that I was doing it as is, and that I would be responsible for all repairs, I certainly was concerned if there were major issues going on with the house that ultimately would be my responsibility. The home inspection revealed many issues that were kind of just beyond it being an old house. These issues included water intrusion in the basement that never had been fixed. And so this would need waterproofing on 3 sides of the home to prevent the water from coming in. That repair in and of itself would cost about $8,000. But because the basement had been wet for so many years, there was also mold growing in the basement, which would have to be remediated as well. In addition to the mold growth and to the water intrusion and the need for waterproofing, the boiler of the home, this particular home did not have central air conditioning. They used window units, which I was aware of when I made the offer, but the boiler to provide the heat turned out to be 40 years old, which is how old I am. So the boiler is super old, and the home inspector let me know that the flame pattern was irregular, which basically means that it's not functioning at its best capacity and likely doesn't have too much time left. What he let me know is that this boiler could last another 5 days or another 5 years. We have no way of knowing, but honestly, with winter coming, it made me really nervous that this 40-year-old boiler could just crap out and I'd be out of luck. To replace the boiler would be right around $9,000, and I was thinking if I would have to go ahead and replace the boiler, then I might as well just get central air and forced heat and go ahead and spend $11,000 to get that whole system going. And so as you can see, between waterproofing, mold remediation, replacing a new boiler or HVAC installation, all I could hear was cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. All of these things racking up on top of the $30,000 in closing costs and, all the other costs associated with moving. They also were some electrical issues that were found, some plumbing issues that were found. And so honestly, at the end of this inspection, I was feeling really overwhelmed and knew that I had a really difficult decision to make. Now, I love the house, my partner really loved the house, I could see our family there, but is it worth us investing this, having to bring 30 grand to the table and potentially another 30 grand in repairs? Is that something that we were even prepared to do? And so after thinking hard about it, after talking to the listing agent to see if there was any sort of concessions that could be made, ultimately we decided to walk away from the home. Because it was as is with the right to terminate, we were able to have a home inspection, to know what we were getting ourselves into, and to be able to walk away if it seemed that it was too overwhelming for us to move forward. So I'm very thankful that we went ahead with the inspection so that we could really know if what is going on with the house and what needed to happen to make it comfortable for us was realistic and if we could afford it. And so if we would have waived an inspection, which is what the listing agent was encouraging us to do to kind of win, then we wouldn't have known all of these horrible things that were going on. And so I tell my clients this all the time, even in competitive situations, never give away your right to have a home inspection. It is so important and can save you so much money over time. Ultimately, I was really disappointed that this particular home didn't work out, but I'm very thankful that I had the opportunity to go through this process, to know that homes are out there that I will love and would be a perfect fit for my family, but it also has to be a perfect fit in terms of our finances, what we can afford. And so I hope that this information is helpful to you, and if you are thinking about a home, kind of gives you things to consider when you are looking for a home and making sure that you are making the best possible decision financially and in every other way for your family. Again, Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this information was helpful to you if you are thinking about making a move and going through the home purchase process at this point in 2024 or going forward into 2025. If it's a goal of yours, it's important to know the market, to know the process, to know that even when you're emotional about a home and you feel really connected to it, it's important to make a rational decision about what's going to work for you and your family financially. So again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.